Hi folks, it's Anne from Revelry Artistry again. I'm just prepping to do another of the Geode resin paintings. I've just been playing around with some stones there. I've used mirrored glass, some mixed clear crystals, but they're sort of pearly and some are completely clear, so you've got different tones. And I've hot glued around the edge to hold them into that space, but I haven't put any resin on top, so they are loose. Anyway, I did that sort of as an experiment to try it out before I showed you. So now I'm going to do another piece, thin piece that comes through like that, sort of like that, I think. Yeah, no, sort of like that on an angle. So I thought I'd go through that one then with you. Now I know what I'm doing rather than just show you what I don't know. Okay, so this is my crushed mirror glass here. It's all from Amazon. You can see it's black bits on one side and reflective glass on the other. So what I'm going to do, I'll put a few on here. This is how I did this bit here, which I'm really happy with. So just to sort of get a rough idea of which sort of direction I'm going in. So I'm going to go so it'll come sort of like that. Okay, so what I'll do is I will literally use my tweezers and turn them all over so that the black side is down. I mean, you don't have to do that, this is just me. I find tweezers easier to do it because they're little pieces and they don't always go in the direction I want them to for my wobbly hands. It's quite important to make sure you get a smooth line down the edge of your board. This is just an MDF offcut. It's about 30 by 30. I've just primed it with 2 coats of gesso and whoops-a-daisy, and 1 coat of acrylic white for it to get to bind the surfaces together when I put the resin on, so that it gets a grip. Like me, I need to get a grip. So turn over, come on you. So yeah, it's a little bit of a tedious process. What I'll do, you can see what I'm doing, so what I'll do, I'll put you on hold while I finish that bit, and then I'll bring you back when I start the next bit. Okay, back again. So you can see how I've got my shape now, and I've turned them all over so the little bit of black on the back, because it's mirror glass, I've turned them all over so that side up, so the reflective side is up, and I've sort of placed them so that there's none of the backboard showing through. You don't want backboard. And this, I do it with this first because the quartz crystals are more expensive, obviously, and so you don't want to be doing like a base coat with your most expensive product, do you? So I'm just placing them strategically as best I can. The little bits, big bits, they're all in there. At this moment in time, of course, we're not fastening them down with anything, just placing. So it's quite important that wherever you do this, you don't move it, because you don't want to knock them all out of place before you put some resin in to grip them together. So I'd say that's pretty much there. Sort of use more of the little bits as you go on. Can't see if there's gaps or not now. Is that one there? That's a nice shape. Maybe there. Maybe that one. Just there. Oh. Behave. Okay, so that bit's done to my satisfaction. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of the quartz, pop some on my hand. And again, I'm gonna put them. I'll put them there so you can see what I'm using. Some have got a little bit of colour in, but I don't mind that because it gives a bit of interest. So I'm gonna. These are slippery little things. Come on. Not too worried about where they go. Right, let's try with the hands. No, it goes down too hard when I plonk them on. So you see how you're getting the different textures then, and different lights, different sparkles. Oh, here we go. Oops. So I might not use that one. It's got a bit of colour in it. I don't think I want colour because this is going to be a monochrome one. It's only my second one, and my first one sold, would you believe? I was most surprised. Having explained, you know, this is my first one. I won't, you know, I'm not saying it's perfect in any way. I felt like I shouldn't really sell it, but they were insistent, and so it's sold. Whoops, a daisy. So in the end, you've got some sort of a even distribution going on of these little crystals. I do like crystals, but I'm not really into sort of all that health thing with them. I don't know, what do they call it? Healing but I do like the look and the touch of them. I think it's probably more about that. Oh, come on. Oh, things are falling apart. See, it's quite fiddly and it's quite long drawn out. Believe it or not, I am sort of trying to be a bit strategic with these, and it's the overall look. I do like things to be fairly even and consistent, which I know doesn't really work with a rock pile, but do you get my drift? I don't want loads of quartz in one bit and not in another. So one on the floor. That'll be picked up and used somewhere else. Come here. There we go. You might find it easier using your hands just to put them on, but I definitely... See, look at that, that's a lovely big one, isn't it? Oh, it's a bit slippery. I suppose that's going to fall off at some point, but let's try not to let it do that. Oh, can't pick up any of them. Come on. Oh dear, I'm chasing it round and round in circles. Oh, now we lost two. That's that one I said was going to fall off. This is the one that didn't want me to get hold of it, so I'm going to pick it up and pop it there. Now you could obviously use different coloured glasses, you can use different colour stones, you can literally do what you want. Remember, it's your work and what you say goes. But I'm in my early stages. I'm not confident enough yet, I don't think, to experiment too far. Though I have got some lovely stones, let me show you. I really want to use these. Aren't they pretty? You've got every colour there. I love that. They're so varied. They're assorted chips of stone from Amazon. Anyway, let's put these back in the pot. So now, oh, I put them in the wrong pot. Oh dear. I don't suppose it matters really though. And now I'm going to put these little things. This is wedding confetti or whatever you want to call it, party confetti, table confetti even. If I can see any gaps at all now, I will pop one of these in. Oh, she says. I don't want them on the edge though, because they will move around too easily. But they add a nice little bit of glitter. You can literally use glitter. I mean, it's you can use whatever suits you. Or when you put the resin on to just hold it all together. I don't like that bit very much. You can put some holographic chunky glitter in it, or fine glitter. My only thought with fine glitter is that it tends to float so much, and it can spoil. And if, oh, that's 3 on, 3 off. Oops, let's put that down. Right, we've lost the plot here a bit, so pop that on. I'm going to pop that. Need it to go in a bit. So if you lose any off there, you can always use them again. So, I think that will do nicely. Maybe a couple more at the front. Okay, so I've got another one there. Now we're going to hot glue gun around the edge of it. Actually, I might just go up to that corner. Does that look a bit? What should I do with this? I'm going to make it a thinner line, I think. I'll just put you on hold while I fiddle. Okay, back again. Right, so I've just adjusted it slightly, which of course meant that some of them fell over, and then some I've had to turn back up the other way, and da-da-da-da-da. So now I'm going to just use my hot glue gun when it heats itself up to just make sure there's no gaps. I've got a gap there and I don't like that. Right. You ready? Would you believe I've never used it? Oh, I think I have to put another one in. I've never used a hot glue gun before today. Oh, I had to work out how to do it because I couldn't understand the instructions. So let's put another piece in. No, that warmed up yet. Oh, helps if you turn it on now. Oh dear oh me. This is just a basic hot glue gun from Amazon. I've been assured that you don't actually see the glue through the resin, so I'll reserve judgment till I know. Are we there yet? No. Sort of seems to go all of a sudden. Sorry for the wait, folks. Come on. Here it comes. Just starting. Come on. Oh, it's like a slow boat to China. Oh, that isn't what I want to happen. I've got a long thread of it there. Okay. At least the glue's had time to... You want to make sure you seal it, because as with my other piece, if you remember, if you've seen that one, you can see that I actually... Come on, push through. I didn't seal it. I forgot that bit of the program. And as a consequence, my resin ran underneath it, which wasn't the best thing to happen. However, somebody obviously likes it enough to buy it. I have to turn this around because I just can't. I hope you can see that all right. Oh, that's a huge lump of glue. I'll have to sort that out when it's dry. I'm sort of making a bit of a, you know, it takes away a bit from the sharp edges, if you know, well, not sharp edges, but where you've got too many bits, you can sort of round it a little bit. So what this will do is just hold the shape. Of course, it won't hold the stones that I've put down because they're still loose, but we'll rectify that in a mo. Right to the last minute. Well, that wasn't very clever, was it? I think that's covered it all though. Maybe there. Right, I'm just going to do over there. Okay, let's turn that off. Push it to cool down. Okay, not the greatest bit of gluing, but this is me learning, as you know. A couple of these bits where you get these sort of like tails from the glue, I don't know if you can see that, they just pull off. So don't need to worry about them. There we go. Anyway, so that's that bit. I'm now going to mix some glue, and I'm going to some resin, and come back to you. Okay, folks, so I've mixed some resin. It's always Vista that I use. This is the Vista Turbo. It's 2 parts, 2 to 1 in grams. I hope, because that's what I've mixed. Let me find it. Yeah, 2 to 1 in grams. So quite easy to do. Now with this, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to pour it on. I'm literally going to drizzle it. Just as if you're doing a cake. You just drizzle your icing. And this is a Vista Turbo's quite a quick setting resin, so it will set up really fast for me, which is great. The idea of this is you're not coating them, you're just basically stringing them all together so they can't move. So with a bit of luck at this point, this will be enough to just, also everybody else does. I've learned just from watching videos, so I'm no expert. There's some wonderful videos out there, particularly Danska. Is it Danska Paws? She does some beauties. Yeah, I like watching her videos. So anyway, it's the only way you can learn, really, isn't it? You've just got to watch other people doing great things, and then see what you can do. So the idea is that you've sort of, as long as every bit of rock or stone or glass or whatever is touching some resin somewhere, it will stay in place. Oops, don't want you going off the side. What do you want there? Just see a couple of bits there I'll get rid of. Pretty quick. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Till tomorrow then, folks, and I'll see you then. Bye now. Hi folks, right, we're back. As you can see, I've marked my, I've stuck my, the outline of my stones. I have put some resin on the top, but obviously not enough because I've still got some looser stones. But that's no problem, we can sort that out. And I've also, if you have a look under here, put some marks on my board to give me a rough idea of what I want to do. So not quite sure what colour's going where, but these two inserts here I've marked with what's it called? Where did I put it? I don't know what I did with it. It must be here somewhere. Oh, I put a pin in the top of it, I remember. So it must have gone in here. Yeah. It's the, I use this Pebeo Crene Relief, which is like an outliner. So that's what I use there. Not very well, but that won't really matter. But actually, I don't think I really need to have bothered, because I've been watching other videos, and you know, it's all in the layering, isn't it, with these? So I don't think I need to have really bothered with that. But that's what I've done. So I'm possibly putting in some gold glitter to those areas in due course. Now, first of all, I've measured up some Vista Turbo resin. This is a quicker setting one, works very well when you want things to dry quick. I've got a matte black and a matte white with, this is titanium white, and this is just resin, the company. And I'm going to make up a small amount of, this is glitter, not glitter, it's a black mica powder, so it's got a nice metallic sheen to it, and some white, pearlescent white. These are both by this company, WTRCSV, whatever that is, but anyway, on Amazon. So that's what I'm going to do to start. Okay, silver yet or not, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to use a tiny bit of the paste, just resin paste, to do the white, because I've only got such a tiny little bit, so I'm just going to give it a little stir. I'm not going to stir the whole thing, and give it a bit of a scrape off, because I really don't need a lot. I'm going to pop it into that one, pop the lid back on. I would love to get smaller jars of this paste, because you know, you use so little. Maybe you can, maybe somebody can tell me how to do that, but I've only ever seen the bigger ones. Right, so give that a mix. I want it to be a real matte white, so if I have to add more, I'll add more. I don't want it to be too streaky either, so matte enough, is it? Yeah. There's quite a bit left on that stick though. I'm guessing the sticks absorb some of it. Scrape it all down. I don't feel like that's quite there. How to do this? I'm going to wipe this off on here. And get tissue paper, kitchen roll, and dip it again in the resin. In the oh, I couldn't have done that better if I tried, could I? Oh, let's try again. I don't need to harden in there, do I? Yeah, just a quick dip there, that must be enough. So I'll put that one away. Won't need that one again, I don't think. So, this is, my board is roughly 30 by 30 centimetres. Not sure if I mentioned that. Right, is that better? Yeah, anyway, I'll give that another stir in a minute. Okay, we'll do the same with the black. We need a tiny bit. A little mix. And so that's the black matte. Oops. Amazing stuff, isn't it, the way this colours up so densely. You can see that's gone pretty opaque. Oh, I say that. It must be. Must be. Yeah, it must be. Okay, so we've got black and white, and we've got what's the glitter? Let's do the black metallic mica powder. Just going to put a scoop into there, just a small scoop. I'm not sure if that's enough. Oops. Why am I not thinking things are opaque enough? I don't know. It's a bit odd. I've probably overdone it, but never mind. Can you overdo mica powder? Not sure. I can feel it's warming up a bit in there, so I know I haven't got that long to do this. So these are sort of my base colours, and I will add to these as we go. It's all about the layering. That's fine in there. That's fine in there. So it's all worked out all right there. Okay, and then I've got more. Let's pour this into another cup. Sorry, I'll just weigh this out. There's roughly 30 grams in each. 1/4 in, yes, something like that. 30 grams in each pot. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll pop some glitter white, pearlescent white mica powder into this one. This is this one here. I like this. It's a lovely sort of Arctic white, you know, very a real brilliant white, pearlescent white. See what I mean in a minute. See, beautiful, isn't it? You can see the shine on it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Okay. Right. It's quite exciting, isn't it? So matte, sparkly, is it? Can't tell which is which now. That's the matte. That's the sparkly. I need to do some silver as well. Now, the only silver mica powder I had was quite dark. It's one of those envelopes. I'm not at all sure where they came from. I've had them for ages. And I haven't got another silver, I don't think. So I'm going to just put this in the bottom of this one. Oh, it's not too bad when you get it out of the packet, is it? I don't like using packets because I find them very awkward. Right, that's that one. Let's see what that comes out like. It's all right, isn't it? That's all right, isn't it? Should probably stir slower, but you know me, beat it to death. I'm always in a rush. I don't know why I'm always in a rush. I've no need to be in a rush. Okay. There we go. So, what shall we put where? That's the question. I'm going to start off with some white. Do you know, I'm still not happy with that white. I'm not happy with that. It's annoying me. So I'm going to do put some more in it, which to me it just doesn't seem very opaque, which is ridiculous because it must be. But there you go. Maybe I just put too little in. It just sort of seems a bit milky, if you know what I mean. Whereas I want it to be really white and thick, you know. I'm going to put this white alongside my stones initially. The good thing when you're layering, and if you use a fast setting resin, you can you can layer up more than once in a day, because you can just wait till it's sort of going off. That's a bit better, isn't it? And then do a little bit more. Okay, I'm just going to move the camera slightly because it's going to hit, paint's going to hit it. Right, can you see still? Are you still with me? Good. Okay, so I'm just going to try and put a very thin layer here. I'm going off the edges just to make sure that I go all the way with them. Can you hear my floor creaking? That's so annoying. There we go. I'll put a little bit more there. Off the end. Okay. First steps. So that's gone right off there. That's gone right off there. That's off there. That's off there. Okay. You hear that? And then I'm going to put, where should we go next? Where's my silver? Here. This, I think, I'm going to do here, And here. That's not clever. I don't want it to be dripping anywhere. And here. Oops. Okay, so then I'm going to use some, I've done the matte white, the pearlescent white, put it around the inside of this. And then going with my that's the matte. I can't tell the difference. I really can't tell the difference. Right, let's go with this one next to this. Oops. So I'm sort of being quite symmetrical, aren't I? I guess that's in my nature. I do like symmetrical lines in a funny sort of a way. And now let's go with this one on the inside. And this, you can't tell the difference between the blacks, can you? I can't either. So I know what we're going to do about that. I am going to put some glitter on it. That's what I'm going to do. Right, so let's use some more of the pearlescent white on this corner here. And this will change because as I layer it up, it will have more, what's the word, mixes on it, different mixes, glitters and what have you. Amazing how you can make resin spread when you want it to. Okay, what else do I want to put on there? Got a little bit of silver left, so I'm going to put that just on the edge there. There. A little bit more white. Okay, and I'm going to let that dry for now, and then I'll come back in a bit, won't be very long, and we'll go with the glitter. Looking good though, isn't it? Hey? Hi again, folks. This is sort of tacky dry now, using the Vista Turbo, the quick setting resin. I've scattered a bit of glitter on here. That one was the, which one was it? This one I do know. There was some of this one, which is the Let's Resin Chameleon Chunky Glitter Silver Red. And what was the other one I used? A bit of this one, which is Jessamy Black Holographic Glitter. And must have been this one. Yeah, must have been a bit of that one, and that's the Jessamy Silver. I'm now going to add a tiny bit of resin to this glitter, which is the, where are you? Nope, that's not you. The black, Jessamy Black Holographic Glitter. And then try to put a thin line around the edge of, or not round the edge, but next to that, the stone. So let's just put the tiniest bit in here. I want it to be fairly solid so that it holds its shape a bit. Right, let's just, oh, that's very solid. Give it a little bit more. You can see my resin, my glitter sort of went a bit too far in places, but that doesn't matter. We can remedy that. Let's put a bit more. I'd use a bit more glitter. I'm just loving doing this. I mean, it is a thing of many stages. It's not an instant fit, you know, instant project, but you can really just keep tweaking it and tweaking it until you're really happy with it. And that's lovely, isn't it? Let's see if I can do this. I'm not known for my steady hands. Not too bad. And remember, you don't have to be overly precise with everything, because, you know, there's ways around everything to make it what you want it to be. So the end of the project is literally when you decide it's the end, if you know what I mean. You know, it's all about textures, colours, different mediums, all those things. This isn't too bad, is it? Not too tedious for you. Oops, that wasn't supposed to go there. See if I can get that with a baby wipe. Nope, it's gone. Oh gosh, now I've made a mess. Okay, and something else to rectify. We will do it. We will definitely do it. I love this black glitter. It's quite dramatic. A bit of glue there, so I'm just putting you know, where I stuck my rocks down. So I'm just putting the glitter over the top of that. So that's that side. I'd like to eventually be able to do this on a proper canvas, but you do have to prepare your canvas well in advance because of the weight of the resin. If you use a large canvas, it's going to sag. So I actually saw one person, I can't remember who it was, but they actually prepped their canvases with resin on the back, just sort of putting it on and then just as a very thin layer, sort of a couple of times, and then sort of to give it a bit more rigidity, which I thought was a pretty good idea. Because I'm using the quick set resin, I haven't really got a lot of time margin with this in terms of working it, but I don't mind that because I can just move with it, you know. Just do another layer when that one's, you know, setting up. Pretty, very pretty. I'll have to make some more if I'm going to do it on the next one. Oh, no. Some nice little blobs hanging around. So that's that one. I wonder if I've got enough to just go around this one. I might have to make up a little bit more, which is fine. Where did my glitter go? Oh, I had it a minute ago, didn't I? Did I not? Black, where's my black? There we go. Can't see for looking. Got to find a way to get around those, but I'm sure I will. There we go. I hope you can see this corner. I'm just sort of aware that I was only just in screen for you with this. I don't know what will happen when I want to do a big one. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I might have to get a bigger stand. There's always something in there. You could spend so much money. So we're just following the contours. And you know, if you can take your time, it's always better. You can always fast forward. If you're doing a video, people will fast forward what they're bored with, won't they? So I trust you all to do that as and when. Because what I think is, if I cut the video, that one bit might be the bit you wanted to see. So it's better for you perhaps to be the judge of which bits you speed up and which you don't, or which bits you cut out. And also, if you like working with a bit of bling, this is an ideal way of doing it, because I do like things that shine and glitter. I think most women do like a bit of twinkle. Or am I stereotyping? Oh, silly me. Don't want to be doing that, do I? There. Pretty happy with that. Looks a bit more on that end. There we go. And a little bit more on that end. Put a little bit on that. I've got a bit of a bare corner there, so I'll pop a bit on there. If I can get a bit. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so where's the blobs? We've got a blob there. Right, so what I'm going to try and do, now we've done that one, I want to use this very, very blingy gold. It's really rich. Looks like it's got a bit of a bluey greeny cast on it, but that's fine. Oh, look at the colour on that. Ah, my goodness. And this one is the Let's Resin yellow green. Gorgeous, isn't it? Holographic glitter. Is it holographic? Chameleon. Same difference really, isn't it? It means it changes colour. Look at that. I want that to go in there. Should I do the whole thing? It's rather lovely, isn't it? It's just such a glorious colour. Look at that. Oh my goodness, how can you not love that colour? Look at it. I'm going to put a bit over here as well. You can see how thick it is, so it's not only creating the glitter, it's creating the texture that we want as well. Oh my gosh. I just love that. I love that so much. Oh, I don't know what to do next. I've got a big patch there that needs to be filled with something. I think I feel a bit of silver coming. Oh, this floor's driving me mad, squeaking away. I'll just get a little old cup. I've got a tiny little cup here. I'm just going to put a little bit of this grey in it. It's a lighter grey, I think. And it's anonymous mica. And a tiny little bit of resin. See, the thing is with this, we're not talking great quantities, are we, either, of resin? So it's not going to be hugely expensive. Mind you, I suppose if you were doing a big one, it's a different matter. Is that going to be enough, do you think? Maybe a little bit more. That should be plenty. Just hoping you can see this patch. Yes, you can. Well, that's quite good. So it's going to use up all of that grey. Oops. Okay, I like that. I've got a bit of this white glitter, which I could use. I know where I'm going to use that, so let's pop a little bit of sorry this is a bit long and tedious for you folks, but like I say, fast forward for what you don't want to see. It's really thick. But best to do it bit by bit, because what you don't want to do is overdo it and then you've got to add more glitter. Look at that. Oh, I do like these glitters. That's better. Okay, so you can see what that's like. Now this I want to use to go along this line here. Oop. Well, that's fine because I was going to cover that anyway. I've gone the wrong way with that, never mind. I'll do there. And I'm going to come back this way on here. When it's thick like this, you feel like you've got more control over it as well. I did try using, on my previous one, I used a syringe to put fine glitter on with, but I felt like it was out of my control, sort of in a funny way. Found it quite hard to get it to where I wanted it to be. So that's quite pretty, isn't it? I like that. I'm going to do the same around this bit. They're lovely, eh? This is a glitter fest. What do you think, guys? Feeling like this needs a bit of something coming through it. So I might just mix a little bit of white now. I think we need some white. I've got another little cup. I'm just going to put a line in. I think I'll use my pearlescent white. So I'm just putting some resin in this tiny, tiny little cup. And then I'm going to add, do need to put tops on things. I'm going to put this one, the pearl white that I used earlier. Even though it's a small amount of resin, I've used a good dollop of the mica powder because I want it to be quite thick. So I'll just show you. I'm just stirring it. I don't want it to splash over the picture or spray or puff. So it's sort of made my resin, which is already quite thick because, as I say, it's a quick set resin, so it's setting up as we speak. But I want it to be thick as pos. A lovely white. Okay, now how am I going to do this? I want to pour. Actually, I might use the syringe for that. Ta-da! Good thinking, Batman. I had one here. So at least my lines are sort of relatively even. Yep, it's sucking it up. Okay. Oops, don't drip anywhere. Okay, so where am I going to go? I'm going to go here. Like that. I'm going to go here. Like that. I'm going to just do a line on that one. I'm going to do a line on this one. Okay, and just some bubbles in that bit. That was just enough, I think. I might not do a lot more to this, to be honest, because I'm just going to put some more of this on here, because it was on there, but it seems to have disappeared somewhere. Like that. Okay. I'm really liking that. That is coming out really, really well. There's a lot more still to be done. So what I'll do is I will, first of all, while I've got you, I'll be popping a bit more resin onto this, because I'm just aware there are still things that are loose. Which we don't want. We don't want any runaway bits. So you're not flooding it, you're just sort of stringing it over. And the thing to remember, if your glitter or whatever you've put on spreads too far, it doesn't matter, because you can rectify it with another layer. So, you know, don't ever think you've blown it for whatever reason. Yep. I might just sort of run a... I saw them do, saw the lady I watched do this. Just sort of ran. Not quite sure what it does, but so it gives a bit of a 3D effect. I've still got this, which is a bit bare, so I need to sort of do a bit with that. I could put a bit of white on this, the same as over there. This is funny. Hoovering up the paint. So I'll just build around this one. So you can see how it's spread and merged a bit there, but that's fine. I'm happy to leave it as it is. I might not do much more with it, to be honest, but let's wait until it dries and see where we go. Okay, folks. Oops, it's a syringe, not me. I'll catch. Hi again, folks. Here we are. We have a plethora of sequins. I've probably overdone it, all the glitter. I do love a bit of glitter. So I'm actually quite happy with it. I've started putting my lines on. I'm using Posca pens, acrylic paint pens, or whatever they're called. These aren't Posca actually, these are a different make. These are Desire Deluxe. I'm using black, where's the black? Black, silver, white and gold. I've already done quite a bit because it was a bit tedious watching somebody do this. So I'll just finish this off so you can see what I'm doing. Basically I'm going round outlines, edgings, using contrasting colours wherever possible. So I was just thinking I'm going to put a line of black along here, so excuse my arm, let's pull my sleeve up out of the way. just along the edge of the white. So I'm basically following the lines that are there, that I've already put there. And what do I do through this bit? I'm going to have to go through it. It's a bit ropey, I suppose, but I'll wait and see how that pans out. I think I might go with a white next to that. Oops, what's that on there? So it's just choice again, personal choice. There's no right way or wrong way. All you do is really have to think about what a geode is and the way it forms if you think about it in its natural state. There's plenty of pictures you can look at online to get an idea, and it's sort of it's lines within lines within lines. So this sort of fits the bill. Let's put some. I feel like I need a line of black here somewhere. So it's just remembering that, really. Yeah. So it's not hard. You've just got to have a bit of imagination to do it. I'm not sure I'm that good at this bit of it, to be honest. And also you don't want lines everywhere. So I've got sort of like a raised bit there. Feels like it needs to have something. That's where I drizzled on some clear. Excuse me. I think I'll probably, is that silver there? Yeah. Come in on the edge of this as well. So I'm just following the contours of my own paint, basically, there. Yeah, quite like that. So I've got the blacks there, I've got silver around my stones, you can see here. Yeah, this is a bit of a funny one here. Oops, wrong colour. That won't do. Not very good at that line, but that'll do. So yeah, that's it really, and I have to say I am more than delighted with this end result. What I'll do is I'll bring the camera down in a moment and I'll give you a bit more of a guided tour. Okay, speak soon. Remember, if you like what you see, thumbs up, subscribe, it all helps. Okay, see you soon. Folks, let's have a good look at this. Well, there you go. That is colourful to the extreme. I do like it. I really like it. I do. It's just another amazing thing you can do with resin. Resin is just so incredibly versatile. I'll try and bring you in close so you can see all the different rocks and colours. I know I overdid it a bit, but hey ho, I like it. I like a bit of bling. I perhaps need to tone it down a bit. I mean, that gold is just something else, isn't it? Look at that. What can you say? It really is just something else, and it's sort of like quite playful, I think, this one. I should perhaps do a more serious piece where I'm trying to be incredibly arty-farty, as I call it. Please excuse the state of my bench. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I really, really like it. So as I say, thumbs up, subscribe, whatever, all helps me keep going. And yeah, just loving talking to you guys. So I hope today you're all okay and well, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye now.